So it's safe to say that the layoffs aren't going to stop. Every single day, we're seeing some new articles talking about layoffs in this industry, layoffs in that industry, uh, businesses closing down, new businesses going into new AI and creating layoffs. And then other layoffs being created due to the cuts in health, due to other government funded industries, and it doesn't seem like it's slowing down. Unemployment rate's about 4% right now, and every single industry has been impacted in every single by multiple factors. But a couple of them actually, being AI cuts, and then people basically not being able to have money to go to eat outside. So the food industry is being impacted, and it doesn't seem like it's slowing down. TikTok every single day is being flooded by massive uploads of people just being laid off every single day. It's never ending, honestly. So let's just check out some of these videos and see what people are saying about these layoffs.
Okay, the hot girl walk is hitting different today because I woke up to a chat from my boss's boss saying we needed to chat later today. And I was like, I think I'm gonna get let go today. And I'll tell you this, there's nothing that feels quite like freedom, because that place was fucking rotten. It was rotten. And I've been needing to quit so bad, and I did not have the balls to quit. Still didn't have the balls to quit. But I literally have had so many different things where I'm like, I really want to do this, I really want to do that. And then I'm like, the way that this job, I freaking hated that job by the end of it. I didn't used to hate it, but I hated it by the end. And I just needed to pay my little student loan bills, that's just all I had to do. But anyway, I'm like taking a hot girl walk. It's really freaking hot outside, but I don't really care because...
So I just got laid off from Microsoft. This is certainly not like the kind of content I ever intended to post on here. I just made this account for like my Twitch and gaming content, but I figured I'd talk about it because I don't know what else to do right now. I literally just got an email last Wednesday saying my position was to be terminated immediately and I was to stop doing the work that I was doing. And I think the thing that pisses me off the most about this is I moved across the country for this job, right? I moved literally from the east coast of the US to the west coast, a 45-hour drive. I left like friends and family. My wife had to leave a job that she liked and really enjoyed, and I've only worked here for 7 months. It hasn't been a full year yet. That feels like huge business oversight, right? To like say, oh, we need the budget for this person, we have the budget to hire this person, and then 7 months later be like, oh, we can't afford them anymore, it's too much money. And I still get like 2 to 3 months of severance pay, so that's nice at least. And I was told it wasn't performance based, but like I had special clearance access on my team, so I'm the only person that could do like some of the work I was working on. And I was told it was like high priority. I guess nobody can do that work now. There's a deadline coming up in like 2 months, but like how, like, there was no reasoning behind it. And even like my boss was fired, and I talked to like my boss's boss. He doesn't have a reason for why I was like, there's no reasoning. Nobody knows. It's crazy. And I've only worked here for 7 months. Why the fuck did they hire me in the first place? I mean, I guess I just start looking for other jobs now. And maybe try to continue with the Twitch stuff or whatever. See how that goes. But just kind of like venting a bit, I guess. I don't know. I'm just kind of pissed off that this job made me move across the country and they only kept me around for 7 months. I don't know, it feels a little messed up.
I know I look ugly right now, but I don't even care, bro. I don't care. Yo, tell me why I just went to work today and was there probably an hour. They called me and my lab partner. They said, can you and so-and-so come into the conference room with me? And right then, that moment, I knew we were cooked. Long story short, our positions have been eliminated. The worst part about all of this is I literally started that job because I came from a lab that I got laid off from because the company closed. So I literally have just been here just a little bit over a year. And here I am again, right back in the same freaking position, bro. I can't do this, bro. Like, It took everything in me not to crash out in there on them folks, because I am just so angry. I'm so tired. It's like, if it's not one thing, it's another, bro. And on top of that, I'm in the middle of trying to move too. I don't know what I'm gonna do now. I've been working in labs in Little Rock since 2021. There are no labs here for real that are paying more than $20 an hour. It took me for 3 months to find this job after I got laid off from my last job. I've worked in 5 different labs at this point. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to apply. I don't know. This is just all so. This is just too much. This is too much. This is too much. This is too freaking much for me.
Yeah, why I got laid off is a good question. So I'll give a little bit of background. So I worked in the food service industry. So I worked for a large food distributor here in Michigan. And a little bit about the industry is it's pretty low margin when you work in food distribution. And right now people aren't eating out as much as you can imagine, a lot of rising costs. So I think the industry is not growing very much, as well as a lot of uncertainty with the current political situation, with, as you know, tariffs are being instated, things like that, that just kind of impacting the economy in uncertain ways. So in corporate speak, they're trying to cut costs. Essentially, they took my team, I was a team manager, and merged it with another and eliminated my position along with a couple others. Yeah, hopefully that answers your question.
So I got laid off today. Yep. What I was fearing most this year because of all the changes happening within the education system happened. And I made a video about this a couple of weeks ago, talking about how a lot of people within the industry are getting laid off due to federal funding being cut, due to various staff reduction, things of that nature. So anyway, I just thought now that I share my journey now that I have been laid off and now I have to really find a replacement. Am I sad? I'm absolutely sad. I'm devastated that I have to leave a place where I really loved working. It's okay because I have all the resources that I've talked about on this platform. We have resumes that are created with the help of AI. We have other resources like networking, have LinkedIn, and we're just gonna keep marching forward. So, happy Monday. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Thanks for jumping on.
Yeah, of course.
Kayla, this is not an easy day. It's not easy to say these words to you, but as it was announced during the town hall, our goal is to become a world-class function as we establish and accelerate and orchestrate existing and new business processes, policies, and operational services. Therefore, the team will implement changes that will result in a change of competencies and responsibilities across various leadership and support roles. And based on the shift and ongoing efforts to simplify the way we work, unfortunately, your position has been eliminated. This is not a reflection of your performance, and I do encourage you to apply for any new roles that do interest you.
We're asking you to work until May 24th. That's going to be your release day, just to ensure business continuity.
Do you have any questions?
No, just a lot to process, but not right now.
I'm just waiting for Mark to hop on. Hi, Tony. How are you?
Hey, Dylan. I'm good. Just staying busy. How are you?
I am okay. Definitely a busy time. So hop right into it. As you may have heard, we've been doing some restructuring in parts of the firm to adopt AI and alleviate some high operational expenses. This has led us to make some difficult decisions, including the immediate termination of your role. This is not based on your performance as an employee. This is a firm-wide decision impacting hundreds of workers. I know this is probably hard to hear. I'm happy to answer any questions that you have.
This is definitely a shock considering how much effort I put in at this company. Will I be receiving any severance?
For sure. You will be receiving 2 weeks severance. We know this is not a lot, but if there's anything I can do to help, let me know. We were literally also just talking last week about those AI apps like Prep AI, where people are starting to swipe to apply to jobs, so definitely check that out. I do have to jump for my next call. My colleague Mark will stay on and go over offboarding materials.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Take care. Bye.
Hey everybody. Today I was laid off after being with the same company for almost 20 years. It was really my first job out of high school. It's all I've ever known. And I worked my way up into the company. I've been very loyal, and today I was laid off and I'm absolutely devastated. And I've got this little shop on here, Addison May Designs, and I'm just hoping with this video, if you see it, if you could please give my little shop a follow, give us a share, a like, anything, maybe just a little engagement, just to say hi, just to help my little shop get more exposure. I've been in the same company for a long time, and my husband's a stay-at-home dad, so this is really gonna hurt us. And I've had this business as a hobby. It's been my outlet for a really long time, and now it's gonna be my main source of income. I work in tech, and I don't have a college degree, so it's gonna be really hard to get a decent paying job again. So if you could like my little business, share it, please comment, just anything to get us a little more engagement. I would be truly grateful. Thank you.
Every time I think I'm not going to get emotional, I end up getting emotional. But basically, this is my second time in the past, I think 3 years, being laid off from, honestly, somewhat of a dream job. And while I'm so incredibly grateful to be given opportunities to work in really cool industries and with really cool people, it is draining. Not only is it really draining working corporate sometimes, but working in a field that tends to have a lot of layoffs, because even when you have a job, it never really feels that secure. And the irony of it is I'm a recruiter, and I have been for the last 7 years. So I literally work in hiring, and I work with people who either lose their jobs or are transitioning jobs all the time. But when it happens to you, you still don't really know what to do. And even when you know that the layoff is not your fault and there's not really much you could have done, even in this last role, I was literally promoted 3 months ago, and then last Friday was my last day. So even knowing that there's nothing I could have done and getting feedback that there's nothing that I could have done, it's hard, because a part of you is really proud of your work and where you've gotten in your career. And so it feels like rejection when it gets taken away from you, and that part really sucks. I did not think this was going to be a come on here and cry video, because I've literally never done that on social media, but I was hoping maybe I was going to have something more inspirational to share. Unfortunately, at this time I do not. Just know that it sucks, and if this has happened to you, I'm in your boat, and it's okay, I think, to be emotional about it, especially, I mean, I'm American, so especially living in a culture that really prides themselves on their work and their careers, and attaches a lot of value to that. It's okay to be a little sad. And at the same time, historically, people tend to figure things out and move on to bigger and better opportunities. So yeah, I'm just holding on to that rejection is just redirection, even when it doesn't feel like it at the time.
Hey fam, I just got laid off, and when I got laid off, I was actually in my pajamas, and I I was literally in bed. I wake up right when work starts, and I had like a surprise meeting right at 9 a.m., which is so funny, because I was in my pajamas and I couldn't turn my camera on. Actually, I probably should have, because I would have been like lit as hell, but I was a couple minutes late. The worst thing that sucks about getting laid off was I was actually like killing the fitness challenge this month, and I was like so close to actually winning it.